Welcome to the Liquid Courage Podcast presents Never Have I Ever, the podcast where I, Amanda Pereira, sit down with a friend, grab a yummy beverage, and play the infamous drinking game, Never Have I Ever. Each episode features a different friend of mine who works in the arts, and we play Never Have I Ever using prompts from you. We read the prompt out loud like, never have I ever gone skydiving, and if we have, we drink. Feel free to grab your favorite drink and play along with us. If you want to submit a prompt for the show, just click the link in the episode description. Today I'm joined by my friend Susan Waycik. Susan is the producer for the resident stage at the Second City Toronto. Even before joining the Second City team, Susan has been involved in producing and performing both comedy and theater for years. Currently, through her production company, Waycik Productions, she produces and hosts the BFF Variety Hour, a monthly live comedy show out of Comedy Bar in Toronto. It is such a fun time. I definitely suggest checking it out, and the show often sells out, so get your tickets early. So let's play Never Have I Ever with my friend Susan. I'll start us off with our first prompt. Never have I ever listened to the intro of this episode. Drink. Hi, friend Susan.
Hi.
Hi. I already told you, but I'm wearing, because we are going to see the Barbie movie together very soon, I was like, oh, fuck it. I'm going Barbie for our interview. So I'm wearing my Barbie t-shirt. And look at that part in my hair.
Oh my God, that's giving me so much nostalgia. It's like
I know,
the zigzag.
right?
Oh.
I know. And I was like, oh, of anyone, Susan is going to appreciate this. I also chose, Flying Monkeys Brewery, who are so lovely to me and the pod, in my experience thus far, sent me different beers for Never Have I Ever. And so, yeah. And they sent me a couple, like, in future episodes, they sent me a couple that, like, weren't available for purchase yet. Which I was like,
oh my God.
I know. So today, I tried to pick the most, like, Barbie color-inspired. You know what?
That's so cute.
It looks more neon-y in real life. And it's called Crowd Surf, and it's a passion fruit IPA. I'm like...
I mean, the passion fruit, that's pretty Barbie.
Very Barbie, right? And I have passion for our friendship also. Too much? Okay, great. I come on so strong with you in our friendship, and I'm always just like, it's great. Also, like, my voice is so hoarse. Okay, what are you drinking today?
So this is talk. A little bit unlike me, but I'm drinking a Say Hey. I have it in a glass. Say Hey is it's an alcohol-free seltzer.
Yes.
And I say that's so unlike me because I do. Oh, I love a drink. But honestly, okay, this is something so fun that I'm experiencing is, I don't know, the way that my hangovers work have changed for me. And I had a really good Pride week, but I found that, like, all of my hangovers, like, every day would make me more and more anxious. Oh. So I'm not drinking anymore, but when there's, like, when it's something like I don't need okay, you don't need alcohol for sloth.
I know, right?
But
like, good luck having this conversation in a way that tiptoes around the toxicity. I hear you. Yeah.
Yeah, but when I don't feel the need to drink alcohol, I just don't. So, like, I thought about it. I was like, after work, I could have a glass of wine. And then I was like, I don't really, for me, I don't need to right now. So I'm gonna have a non-alcoholic. Plus, they're so cute, little. And
they are so cute. They're so cute. From Left Field Brewery, like you said. They, when I was at Comic-Con for the podcast, they donated a bunch of the Say Hey non-alc sparkling seltzers, and they were so good. And we were, like, giving them away as, like, a prize for a game. And they're also lovely, and they're so yummy. Like, they taste so good.
So yummy.
That's the thing. I feel like now there's so many non-alcoholic beverages that aren't half-ass, like, that actually taste good, that there's thought being put into it. Yeah, it didn't occur to me, actually, even in Liquid Courage until, like, later, that I was like, oh yeah, even the logo has, like, alcoholic beverages on it, but I don't give a shit if someone's drinking, they drink water, coffee, I don't care. It's like, it's just fun for the game.
As you know, like, one of the shows I produce, we play games. And
plug
a
it.
Okay. BFF Variety Hour. Everyone's a comedy bar.
In Toronto.
In Toronto. But I play drinking games with people on that show. I often play Never Have I Ever. But I always say to my guests, like, you need a drink for this game, but it does not need to be alcoholic. It can be whatever you want. Because, I feel like, especially in comedy, drinking is such a part of the culture. Drugs are such a part of the culture, and same with, like, queerness. And I'm like, why? We could chill a bit. Although, again, I do love alcohol. Like, this is not me coming out as sober. Like, I do love alcohol.
Like, I don't want to be
like
committing to anything that someone's going to try and hold me accountable for. No, totally.
Truly. I am just maybe a little tired and anxious, but I love alcohol.
Yeah. But I'm with you that I find like the hangover the next day after a certain number of drinks, or even just like I can feel the dehydration. I can feel, so like if I'm drinking, I'm like, oh, now I need lots of water. I want to plan to like sleep in. Like I want to plan ahead to like support my body, because I don't want to feel shitty when it's in my control to not feel shitty. And
I know.
Yeah. And I'm with you. Like, it is so much a part of the culture. Like, even if there was times where I just like, I didn't want to drink because I didn't want to feel like shit. And you quickly get asked like, oh, why? Like, you're not drinking? Like, why? And I just think for people who are sober, or if it's a choice that maybe doesn't feel as much of a choice to some people, like if it's health related or whatever, how isolating.
I know. I think that's like why I try to think about why I'm consuming alcohol nowadays, because I've heard from a lot of either celebrities or literally just people in our community who are sober, and they talk about not even why they don't drink, but just like what's up with the culture of drinking. When someone says they don't want to drink, don't be like, why? Oh my God, why are you drinking? Because it can be isolating, and also you have no idea why that person isn't drinking. There's like a million reasons to not be. So I'm like,
and none of them are your fucking business. Also,
none of them are your fucking business. Yeah,
and also it's a leading question. Like, I object. It's a leading question, because when you're asking, implied in it is that it must be a problem, and that the default should be that you want to drink. And that should never be the case. Like, you should drink whatever you want. Yeah. And whatever makes you feel good.
Maybe I'm just going to go home and drink a carton of orange juice, because I love orange juice. Oh,
well, I think that will make you shit your pants. That's a lot of vitamin C. I feel like that would make you diarrhea. Okay, great. So I would say drink whatever you want, but in moderation. Or shit your pants if you want. That's fine. Speaking of that, I am making a very autonomous choice and a healthy choice to drink Flying Monkeys. So I'm going to drink Crowd Surf, and I'm going to try and open it. Sometimes my mic picks it up and sometimes it doesn't pick up the crack. Okay, let's see.
Oh, that sounded good to me.
Did it feel good? Was it too loud for you? I feel like that was a bit like aggressive.
No, I liked it. You can fix it in post.
Yeah. We'll just dim the volume, and now people listening and watching don't even know if I dim the volume. Okay, I'm going to try this So have you tried this Say Hey, the tangerine one you're drinking? Have you tried that before?
Yeah, I drink it actually quite often, because they serve it at my work.
Oh, perfect.
So I drink it at my work. Because I feel like here everyone always has a drink in their hand, and I'm like, hey, sometimes I'm working.
No, 100%. Because again, it's a part of, I mean, not just oh my God, this is really good. This passion fruit IPA. It's a little, what I say hoppy. I don't actually know if that's what it is, but like in a good way. Okay. Yeah. Okay, fine. I can't drink it across the camera, Amanda. Like, shut up. I don't care. The culture around comedy, yes, is like having a drink in your hand, but also just like social. I don't know. It's like, yeah, I know you feel more normal having a drink in your hand.
Yeah,
this is really, really good. Okay. So we're going to play Never Have I Ever today. Have we ever played Never Have I Ever in real life together?
I feel like we should have, but haven't. You know what I mean? Like, I think, how have we not?
I know, I kind of was like, yeah, I'm sure we've played, but I can't think of any time, as if I like play it all the time.
I feel like it's something that previous podcast guest, Dustin George, I feel like we would have played at his house, because I feel like him and his partner Eddie are always like, let's play like a little game.
Yeah. They're so good at starting a game. Yeah, that's right. I know. And it's a very like, I feel like it's a very cottage thing to do, or I don't know, just drinking games like in general. Well, I have this little woven basket, same as the last episode. This is the only purpose. Thank you so much. This is the only purpose I found for it. I have 3 different sizes, and like I'm using them for nothing. Like, I don't know what to use them for. So if you have any suggestions, text me. And they have our prompts in here, and I don't know what's in here. As I was telling Susan before we came on. So these are all prompts that people submitted. Wow, this one is thick. This one is is this a paragraph, or maybe my partner cut them all? Maybe he just left that one nice and thick for us. Maybe it seems like he wants me to take that one.
I know, because does Ramtin know I'm the guest?
He does know you're a guest, so
Well,
maybe
probably
he wants
put a
to
really
know.
like sexy one in there for us because he was like, Susan's on.
Maybe he was like, never have I ever gone into Nature's Emporium at York Street, and he just wants to know if the Nature's Emporium is open near your work yet. Maybe that he slipped that in there. Sneaky.
I'm on like Nature's Emporium watch because of Amanda's partner. He was like, can you just tell me when it's open? It's near my workplace, and I always walk by. I'm like, yeah, for sure, I'll send you a message. It's never opening.
Never opening. He literally has like checked, like he has a gift card to spend. Like he's checked their website once a week. Yeah, and it said spring. Anyway, I don't know why I'm like slamming Nature's Emporium now. So I don't know what's in it. Yeah. What the hell, Nature's Emporium? We have money. I feel like Pretty Woman. Like, I have money to spend at your store, and you're not opening. Okay. So I don't know what any of these prompts are, and they were submitted by anonymous people from the internet. Like I just posted, can you send prompts? So I don't know who submitted them and what. But I will say, here's the thing. On this show, the guest is also in charge, okay? So if one comes up here that you're like, no thank you, you just say no thank you, and we move on, and I don't even ask you why, just like you shouldn't ask people why they're not drinking, okay?
Absolutely.
So I won't ask you.
I love that.
Okay, great. Okay. All right. Do you want to start? Should I start picking them out?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Pick the thick one. Pick the thick one.
Pick the thick one. Okay, so Susan, there's two thick ones. That's the thing. Okay, so hold on. So there's a medium thick and a thick.
I want the big girl.
Yeah. Okay. We'll do big girl first. Okay. Oh, Susan, I always get so nervous. Why do I get nervous? Like,
It's okay.
Like, ugh.
It's just the two of us.
I know. I'm already sweating.
Like hundreds of people who might listen to this, but it's
just the two of us. I know. And I'm like, anything I would say here, I would tell you anyway. Okay. Also, it might be like, never have I ever felt cute. And then it's like, okay, cool. We can answer that. Like, who knows?
Okay, always.
Drank every day. Yeah, I also love that I'm like, let's play a visual game on an audio medium. Okay, we'll just tell people if we're drinking. We'll just gulp really loud. All right, perfect. Susan, we'll gulp really loud. Never have I ever taken someone else's pickup order, at a takeout on purpose, like at Starbucks or McDonald's or something. When you see those little takeout bags or like Uber Eats bags. Oh, or I guess in McDonald's when it's like a ticket comes up like 301 and then you're just like, yeah, bitch. Have you ever done that?
Never, and I think about doing it every day.
Every time you're there.
I'm so bad at breaking rules. Like but like just like very like, I don't know, like stealing. I'm not good at stealing. I stole once in like junior high and I lost the thing I stole immediately. I don't like stealing. I get stressed about it. So I can go into a lot of situations with confidence, but not stealing.
Not stealing. Is rule breaking, it can be stealing. It could be specifically stealing or just rule breaking in general. Like, is it something you want to get like better at, or are you fine to be not good at it? Because I'm with you, Susan. I'm like, listen, I fucking love rules. I am not a rule breaker.
It's like I want to be able to steal in like a very Robin Hood way. Like I want to, like, number one, I want to have things for myself that I can't afford because I'm not rich, and I want to steal things for other people who can't afford them because they're not rich. Like, I remember when I was in junior high, the whole reason I stole in junior high, I stole a pair of earrings, was because all of my like friends, all of my like girly pals, they were all stealing, and they all had more money than me. My family did not have a lot of money, and they were like stealing like hair straighteners and like Britney Spears Curious perfume, and I was like, I want those
so
things,
specific.
I can't afford them. Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
But so they were like, it's really easy, you can steal, and I was like, no, oh my god, I'm gonna get in trouble, like I'm gonna get arrested. And they're like, oh my god, it's not even hard. And so they like peer pressured me into doing it myself to just show me how easy it was. And I stole a pair of earrings from like Claire's and then like lost one immediately.
I mean, lost. I feel like I'm air quoting. I feel like you're like, your survival coping mechanism kicked in and you basically like involuntarily threw them out. Like returned them. Maybe you returned them to the store, but you blacked out because your body was like, listen, I don't want her to feel shame about having to return these. So black out this moment, have her return them, write an apology letter, but she won't remember.
Yeah. No, I truly wish I didn't get so stressed about it because I'm like, I think we should all have nice things and not have to pay so much money for them.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
yeah.
I stole once. I stole
What'd you steal?
twice. Once I like half stole. I was at like daycare and oh no, she stole my thing. And then she got in trouble and then I felt bad. That's what I always thought. I always felt bad that she got caught. I was like, I should have just let her have it. Okay. But I did steal once. Hello. I don't know if I've ever told you this because I feel so embarrassed about it. And I need to unpack it with my therapist because I don't even know why. But I was like, I was a teenager and I was camping with my family and I brought my boyfriend, Rob. And I was like...
Not Rompton?
I know. No one even hears a name that's not Rompton. This was Rob. He basically looked like Marshall Mathers, and he was a child, and as was I. Yeah, was very in. I only dated guys that looked like Marshall Mathers before Rompton. And we were camping, and it's like at Sauble Beach, and there's like this main strip where it has all these little shops, and you go in and like, you're bare feet from the beach, whatever. There was this shop that I loved, and it had all these clothes and also like jewelry. This is the reason I think I blocked this out. You just made me think about it with your Claire story. So I went in, and it's not like high-end jewelry, but it's also not Claire's.
It's like a boutique. It's like
yes.
rich white lady boutique.
Oh, it's such a rich white lady boutique, 100%.
Yeah.
And it's like it's still like gold plated. Like it's not solid gold. Anyway, it doesn't matter. So they still have like a little security guard there. And I was walking in and I was like trying on rings. And my boyfriend at the time was like not a rule follower at all. At all. Like I met him in our grade 9 drama class and he was getting like a 12%. And I was like, oh my God, I can help you. Like I will fix you.
Bad boy.
You know what? Yeah. I was like, I will subscribe to be this boy's mother and help him through life. Date me. So he was like bad boy and I was not. I was like, hi, class president. Like I wasn't class president, but I wanted to be. And so I just saw this ring and I don't know what came over me, Susan. I am not this. I was just like, I'm going to take this. Like he had nothing to do with it. He said nothing. I was just like, I'm going to take this. And I grabbed it. I think I put it in my pocket or on my hand. I don't even know. And then I started walking and I was like, we have to go. Like he was looking at something. I'm like, we have to go. And then we walked towards the beach and then like the security guard fully walked behind us and found us like immediately I got caught. And then they brought us back to the freaking thing in this jewelry store and we have no shoes on. And they had to call my mom and my mom was in no frills across the street getting groceries with my brother for our camping trip. Had to call her over and she was convinced, and maybe she's right. I don't know. She was convinced like he was the influence. And I truly was like, it was all my idea. He didn't even know it. I don't even know if he knew I did it.
But did you kind of maybe do it to impress him?
I don't know. Maybe. This is what I'm saying. Like, maybe I need to unpack this. Because truly, it didn't feel fun. I didn't even like the ring. Yeah. He wasn't even with me, like physically with me. He was at another spot in the store when I did it. So I have no idea. But I'm also a huge rule follower. And I also would like never, the thing with people's food is like it can be specific. Like maybe people are allergic to cheese. And then you're going to take their burger that has no cheese.
Yeah. But then one would argue that it's like, okay,
what would one argue?
They're just going to remake the burger.
They're going to remake it.
You know?
I mean, I would fully steal food and then give it to like somebody outside who couldn't afford to buy McDonald's.
Yeah. Or like your coworker who's having a bad day.
Yeah. No, see, I don't know. But yeah, I think I would still feel bad. Even after I said it, I'm like, I think I would still feel bad.
It's so funny because it's like, it's not even that I like feel bad. It's that, I don't know, I'm just like afraid of authority or something. Like,
yes.
But I'm not. Like if I see a police officer, I'm like, I hate this guy. Or if a fair inspector gets on the TTC, I'm like, I'm not even going to look at you, you asshole. But like, it's like, I guess like just the like authority as like a concept.
Yes. The theoretical authority. You know what?
Yeah.
Totally. And it's the bigger rules, like the societal rules. I have no problem being like, fuck that. But it's the smaller, like the day-to-day rules. I guess maybe stealing isn't a smaller day-to-day rule. But if it's like when you get off the elevator, let the people or the TTC, like let them get off before you get on. That's a rule I feel very strongly about.
I feel like that's a courtesy. Some people are
okay, maybe it's a courtesy. Yeah, some people are fucking assholes. My God. Okay. Wow, so we're both like rule following, but like kind of bad gals.
we're like super bad girls.
Oh my God, we
We're
stole stuff,
not.
got caught, felt so bad. I know. Like we're like,
Couple of
yeah.
squares.
Square little babies. Okay, speaking of
Yeah.
squares, the next chunky one is a square. Look at
Let's
that
open it.
fucking transition. Okay. Oh God, I don't even know this one. So we haven't I mean, we're still drinking, but I'm like, we haven't needed to drink yet. Never have I ever chased a cow. I feel like Dustin submitted this one. Doesn't that feel like a Dustin prompt? Dustin, if you're listening and you submitted this, I need you to text Susan and I and tell us that you did. Never have I ever chased a cow.
And I took a drink, so.
Susan, what cow? I'm taking a drink, but I have not chased a cow. Also,
Okay,
like,
like,
Susan,
just
that poor cow. Like, what is
no,
happening?
no. Like,
What
listen,
happened?
no one's ever
Yeah.
let me in with the cows. But like when you're like by a fence and
And
you
you're,
see the cows and
you know,
they're so cute, and you're like, "Hello, cows," and then you like run after them,
oh,
and you're
because you,
like, "Moo!"
and you know when you're near a fence and you're like, moo. Like I have never been near. Well, I don't. Maybe because maybe this is also like, if you grow up near cows, this is to me. I'm like, when would I have been near a cow?
Okay, well, like let me ask you this, because
Yeah.
there's two kinds of people.
Oh
Um,
no.
when you're in a car, like say you're, I don't know, you're driving somewhere, you're on a road trip. If
Uh
you
huh.
see a field of cows, do you go, cows? Okay, we're
I
different people.
I
We're
am the
different.
second type of person. Like, what does the second person do? Just
Just,
nothing.
just nothing, which is
Yeah.
so sad.
I, uh, which is so sad. Do you do that with all animals? Like a
Um,
horse, a pig?
like farm animals. So like, oh my God,
Okay.
sorry, I literally just went to the Riverdale farm yesterday and I saw pigs and I almost started crying. I love them so much.
Oh.
Pigs are so cute.
And they're so
Um,
smart. They're so
they're so
smart.
smart.
And
They're
we don't
so
deserve
cute.
them. We don't
No.
deserve how we treat pigs.
But I will say, when
PSA.
you're driving by a farm, you don't often see pigs. So I can't say I've often
Hmm.
screamed pig from my car. But there's cows, there's also horses, and there's
Oh,
chickens. Or
chickens.
alternatively, look at all those chickens.
Oh
Like the
God.
famous vine. You've seen you've seen that vine, right?
No.
Oh, okay, listeners who get it, the girls who get it, get it.
If you know, you know, which is also an
If you know,
acronym
you
that I
know.
didn't know for a very long time. And then it
If
feels
you,
very like incestual, like if you know, you know, if you know, you know the acronym, then you know, you know.
yeah.
I do not yell any of the animals. I also think it would be funny if you yelled pig, because like people call each other pig sometimes, you know, like if you're
Well,
being a dick or something.
you would never yell pig. You would go piggies.
Oh, I get it. Okay, okay. And in the
You know?
tone, you can tell. I have
Yeah.
never done that once in my entire life. I might have been like, it stinks. And like, I think they're cute. Like, I don't
Oh
know.
my God.
I mean, I think cows are incredible. And I also think we don't deserve cows and
No.
pigs.
Yeah.
Horses, I'm like, get the fuck off the horses. Like, why are we just. And I don't like when we load them up with stuff. Like, they're not our moving
know.
vans.
Just because they're strong doesn't mean we gotta make them lift things. I would love to just go like brush one's hair. It's little,
Okay.
give it a little braid.
Yeah, they are a very calming presence. I feel like horses are the animal equivalent of like psychics. Like I just feel like they know. Like I feel like
Yeah.
they have existential magic. I don't feel like either of those
I'll
words
take
are-
it.
Yeah, you know what I mean? I feel like they're
Yeah.
like I feel like horses are aliens that came to the earth and we all treated them like animals and they're like, "Okay, fine." But like they're not from this world.
Oh no, they're majestic. I mean, maybe they're all secretly unicorns.
Oh my God. Do they hide their horn to like make us feel better about our like simplicity, our simpletonness?
Yeah, or they're just hiding them to prepare for the
Battle.
upcoming battle against human and
The
animal.
what is it? The resurrection of Christ.
Yeah,
They're preparing.
they're
Fuck.
ready.
Yeah, no, I don't do that. I also like I'm realizing as I'm getting older, I'm just embracing that like I'm not as much of an animal person.
Oh, that's so interesting. I love animals. I also am. I like to also eat animals, so I'm not like the best animal lover because I'm not a
I love them
vegetarian.
like meh. Yeah, yeah,
I
yeah.
love
Yeah.
them enough, but life takes its course.
But
But
you
I
do
do
get
love
like
animals.
excited. Like I see you around like dogs and stuff and cats. I'm like, you do. I'm like, oh, the animals deserve to be around Susan,
Oh
more
yeah.
than around
Oh
me.
yeah.
Yeah. You're adorable when you see a dog. Like, you light up, and I'm like, ugh, it's on me. And you're like,
I
come
do, and it could be
here.
like the scrappiest, saddest looking dog, or it could be like the youngest, most spry, and every time I'm like, a
Oh.
puppy.
Honestly though, any dogs that look like decrepit, that those dogs, I'm like, come here. I'll give you my life. Do you want to live with me?
Yeah.
100%. Any underdog, and it doesn't have to be a dog, I'm like, you can have my soul. You can have everything I own. Like, I'm here for you. I got it.
Oh, is that why you're dating Romton? Pew 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 pew.
Rompton, are you listening? Nature's Emporium isn't open, and also Susan called you an underdog. Coming at it, Rompton. Oh my God, what a little sweetie. Okay. He's so cute. Okay, I'm going to pick another one for us. This is kind of cute because, like, I'm realizing in this game, maybe I'm having an epiphany about this game. What's also really fun about it is, like, you are a very close friend of mine, and I feel like I know you very well. But this game, especially with when it's prompts that neither of us are thinking of, like, learn things about each other. I mean, I already knew.
That.
I know. I love it too, even though, like, I'm not surprised by any of your answers. I'm just still feel like I'm learning.
Aww.
Ew, we're such losers. I feel like we need to, like, I'm learning.
We gotta go steal something.
Yeah, we gotta go steal something. Okay. Never have I ever broken a toilet, in brackets it says the poop way, and told no one it was me. Oh my God, I was afraid this was gonna happen literally like yesterday. I had nachos at Fresh, and I genuinely was like, okay, I'm about to like die from this. I don't know. Have you ever? I don't know if I have. I have to think about it.
Okay, I'm gonna be honest because I'm a human.
Mm-hmm.
I have like had issues with the toilet for those reasons, but I always figure out a way to fix it, or like
That's such a Susan answer. Of course you creatively problem solve everything. Like, you are oh my God, of course you do.
I'm really good with a plunger. I know how to work a drain. Like,
okay.
I know what to I know to take the back of the toilet tank off to see what's going on inside. Like,
yes.
I think about it. So
yeah.
I don't think I've actually like broken one like beyond repair. Like, I will repair it before I leave the bathroom, or I'll like own up to it and be like, okay, I tried everything. But I don't think I've ever gotten to that. I honestly think anytime it has happened, I have been able to fix it.
Yeah, I think same. Like, all the tricks, like filling the back of the tank or like tapping it to refill. I don't think I've ever. I feel like I can look at a bathroom or a toilet and know what its like flush strength is.
Oh my God, yeah.
Right? And you just know, like, you can handle this, or like you can't, or like how much toilet paper can you handle? Does this need to be like a double flush? You need to assess the toilet before you poop in it.
I feel like anyone
Tell
with
me
a
what you feel like. I love this.
I think anyone with a uterus is better at assessing a toilet situation because, like, periods add another level to like toilet paper usage. Also, if you have a vagina, you are peeing and using toilet paper, and so like there's just like more toilet paper usage among those with vaginas and uteruses. So
yes,
pooping is like easy peasy. We've got it covered by then.
We've been practicing. Oh yeah.
Yes.
And if you like ovulate, that's also a whole other. You're varying of how much toilet paper you need to use. 100%.
Yeah. And I'm gonna tell you right now.
Tell me. Tell me right now.
The grossest poops are the ones you have when you're on your period. We know.
You know, and I didn't know if this was like a thing with other people, but like I poop so much more when I'm on my period.
Yeah, it's a thing. Your bowels get all messed up.
God damn it. And I feel like I'm cramping, so maybe it's like pushing poop out too.
So yeah, we're really good at pooping and toilets.
We're so good at it. No big deal. One time I was in LA staying with friends. Dave and Emma, you know them. I was staying at their place, and they were having like a dinner party with their like very close like LA friends, and like, oh, this one was in this movie with like Matt Damon, and this one like just sold something to Crave, and I'm like, or HBO or whatever. And I'm like, oh, and Rompton and I had come back from doing, oh my God, we're such a tourist, doing like the hop on hop off bus like all day, and we came to this dinner party, and I was on my period, and I went to the bathroom, and I like I had changed my pad or whatever, gone out, and then like gone to dinner, sitting at dinner, and one of the friends had brought over their little dog, and I know, and my friend got up to go walk, whatever, grab more food, doesn't matter, and was looking at, was like, oh no, like Scraggles, or whatever the fuck this stupid dog's name was. It was a very sweet dog. Scraggles, what? And Scraggles had gotten into the garbage of
No.
Yes, and grabbed my pad that had for sure had blood, and had not only pulled it out, like for everyone who doesn't yet have their period or has never had their period or whatever, or maybe who does and has never used pad, you wrap the used pad in toilet paper and then you put that in the garbage. So it's like it's hidden if you're looking, just staring at the garbage. But of course, Scraggles had like ripped apart all of that toilet paper. And not only that, like ripped apart the pad. So like the pad was in pieces. And I'm like, fuck. Because I'm staying there. And for some reason, in the moment, it felt so obvious that it wasn't Emma's. And she's the only other person with a uterus that was at that party. And I wanted to die. And I quickly went and like cleaned it all up and just didn't say anything. And I was fucking mortified. I was like, everyone knows it's me. I'm pretty sure actually I'd already mentioned that I was on my period earlier at the dinner. Which, like, why am I doing that at a dinner with new people?
I mention it all the time.
Okay.
I'm so grumpy about my period.
And you know what? Why shan't we?
Why shan't we? Also, is that why you hate animals?
Yeah, I loved animals until fucking Scraggly. You know what? It's not. You know what? This is the problem. I think animals are tiny little gems, or very large gems that like we should be treating way better than we are. I also eat meat, so like I'm a fucking hypocrite. But I think what actually bothers me, because I've been thinking about this, I think what actually bothers me more is how people fucking assume that if they have a pet, that like we're all fine with their pet doing whatever the pet does with them. Like if they like, they'll be like, oh, sorry, but my dog, and the dog is fucking like slobbering all over my face, or it's like chewing off my shoe, and they're like, oh, sorry, he's hungry. I'm like, bitch, get your fucking dog. Or like, why do strangers let their dogs come up to me? What if I've had a traumatic experience? What if I'm allergic? What if your dog eats me? It's the inconsideration of humans that makes me annoyed at animals. I think that's what it is, truly.
It's so funny, but then I'm also like, they're also animals, and like they didn't really ask for this, and it's so funny. Like Bree, you know my bestie Bree.
Of course, love Bree.
She, of course, got her cat a couple of years ago, and I love him like to death. I was not a cat person before, but she's constantly making up like excuses, and the excuses, well, he's a cat, like. And my biggest thing is like when he throws up, I'm like, oh, gross, he threw up. She's like, Susan, he's a cat. That's what they do. And I'm like, they shouldn't.
Like, well, then fix it. Fix
cats.
Fix all the cats. I know. And like, but that's a funny thing. If a cat like took a shit in the middle of the living room, I have zero annoyance at the cat. If the owner doesn't get up and clean it, I'm annoyed at the owner. But the animal, I'm never, like if I'm walking and a dog comes up to me, I'm never annoyed at the dog. I'm like, hello, dog that we've like breeded and chosen that you're going to be locked up and be our little Pokemon for the rest of our lives. And you're going to rely on us even just to go to the bathroom. Like sometimes I'm like, is this fucked up to have pets? Like, are they our little hostages?
Oh yeah, absolutely they are. It is really messed up that we do that, but also so cute.
But also so cute. And like, obviously, like, not like I haven't had a pet in my life. Yeah, I don't know. It freaks me out, makes me mad at humans. And also, I want to say, like, it's not like I don't like animals. Like, if someone was like hurting an animal, I would intervene. Like, I didn't want to be like too aggressive.
They were butchering it for food.
And then I would say, how much is that? And
Looks
do you
good.
have ketchup? No, that's so bad.
You're going to get your podcast canceled by PETA.
I know. I do feel like sometimes I feel like it's more in line with my values that I'm a vegetarian.
Yeah, I get that.
All right. So, never have I ever, because I just never do it. And I don't know why. I have no good answer. Okay.
Yeah.
Never have I ever. Oh, I'm actually so curious. I don't know this one for you. Oh. And I am so curious, Susan. Okay. Never have I ever ghosted someone. It can be romantically or a friend or an employer. I'm going to specifically ask, never have I ever ghosted someone romantically or a friend. Because an employer, I don't care. Drinking. Have I ever ghosted somebody? I have not. I am so overly communicative. Also, though, like I've been in a monogamous relationship for a very long time, so the romantic part doesn't have to be unless somebody's like hit on me and I just leave it I leave it on red. I leave it unread. What do the children say?
On red.
On red. I read
think
it.
that
Okay.
if you, or I guess anyway, I don't know. You know what? I thought I knew. I was really confident with it.
Yeah. No. But I left it both on red and unread. Okay, so for you, okay, romantic or friend or both?
Honestly, both.
Susan on friend. Susan, you know that immediately makes me so nervous that one day you're gonna ghost me. Susan. Okay, I need to hear the friend first because I'm terrified and I need to comfort myself.
Honestly, I think the friend one for me, it was like, it wasn't as bad as it sounds. I don't think. I feel like for me, I felt like that we were sort of drifting, but that they kind of kept trying to keep in touch. But I was like, but for who? Like, why are we doing this? So then after there was a few messages that like they sent me that I just didn't respond to.
Okay.
And then they moved away, and then they came back to the city and were like, hey, I'd love to get coffee sometime. And I just like didn't respond.
Okay. I'm okay with that.
I just think that I wasn't interested in being friends with them anymore. And I don't know that they were really that interested in being friends with me anymore. Oh. But I think that I just was like, this relationship is not really, it's not good for me. So I just don't want to deal the emotional labor of like actually being like, I don't want to hang out with you anymore felt like too much and I didn't want to do it.
Yeah. And do you feel like they, I'm asking this question more for me, to be honest. Do you feel like they had an idea that it was ending?
I mean, I think so because we hung out so frequently for a while and then we didn't. So I feel like that's a good sign. I mean, and I don't know, if they didn't see it coming, then that's also just like another red flag for me.
Yeah, like maybe they're not paying attention as much. Totally.
Yeah.
Also, like friendships do not have to last forever for it to have been like a successful relationship. Like we can't be like the only thing that was great is if it lasted till you died. That's ridiculous. So, all right. Well, I do want to let you know that if I ever text you to go for coffee and you don't eventually answer me, or if it's like a pattern, like I feel like I'm being ghosted, I will probably not let it happen. Like I'll probably be very persistent.
You could just text me and say, are you ghosting me?
Oh, yeah. And I'll use an emoji. Yeah. Like the ghost emoji. Because I don't get to use it very often. Yeah. Little. Okay, great. Okay, so romantically, have you ghosted?
Yeah, but it wasn't really that deep. When I went to college in Brockville, which is a small town and it's hard to date there. And I met a guy on like Tinder, I think, in Ottawa. I ended up going to Ottawa to go on a date with him and he thought it went really well, but I was like, this guy sucks. And we didn't even like sleep together or anything. I went to my friend's house instead because he was, I don't know, he was one of those guys who was so weird, was like, I got a hotel room, but like no expectations. And I was like, feels like expectations.
Yeah, you can't, it's like, I took Viagra, I currently have a condom on, but no expectation. Like, what the fuck are you saying?
Yeah, and like honestly, if I was interested, maybe I would have, but I wasn't. So I went to my friend's house instead. Yeah. And then he continued to text me, like when I went back to Rockville, and just constantly messaging me. And I was like, I'm just not interested.
Oh, constantly.
When am I going to see this guy? I'm not going back to Ottawa for anything.
Yeah, and like, how far is Brockville from Ottawa? Drive.
I think it's like an hour.
Oh, I don't know. For like I don't know. Yeah. Also, I think too, like you can get a hotel and be on a date and be like, ooh, like Susan's fucking awesome. I want to see if she wants to come back to the hotel. But then just say it. Just be like, yeah. Would you like to? I rented I rented. Do you rent a hotel? What the fuck do you do? Reserve? Okay. I rented a hotel. Book. That's what you do. That's the verb. That's the verb, baby. Okay. I booked. No, you know what, Susan? I rented a hotel this evening. And
wow, the whole hotel? You must be so rich. I rented
the entire hotel, and I bought all the earrings in Claire's, and I have them on display. And I also have Britney Spears, all of her fragrances, and also a hair straightener. And it's just like, I feel really great about this. Would you like to come back to my hotel room? Just fucking ask. Yeah. Don't be like, and I get maybe it's really scary. I don't know. But don't be like, I got a hotel room, but no expectations. You're like, ugh.
it
Ew.
felt like he like slipped it into the conversation, and I was like,
Yeah, don't be
okay.
slippy. Don't be slippy.
Yeah.
I don't like that. Okay. I've kept you over time. How do you feel about doing one more?
Let's do one more.
Okay, great, 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 great.
I could
It's
do
so
this
much,
for like 3 hours, which is
right?
not the point of a podcast, but
No, I literally in my I popped out of this moment for just a second and in my head was like, oh man, like I don't want my conversation with Susan to end. And then I was like, Amanda, calm down. You're going to dinner and a movie with her like very soon. Like you're fine. And I'm
that's
like,
so
okay,
true.
great. And then I pop back in. But I agree with you. Also, what's nice about this one versus Liquid Courage is these are friends. So I can be like, can we do another one? And you can be like, no, like like end. And I'm like, okay, great. Love you so much. Bye. But I can ask. It's so great
Yeah.
because I want to take care of my guests, and on Liquid Courage, I don't know.
I
don't
was
know
like,
a
I thought you were
lot
gonna
of
finish that
them,
sentence with like, and I don't take care of them.
and I don't care. No, I'm like, I'm so yeah. You know what's wild to me? Actually, I was thinking about. You're like, okay, I agreed to do one more. Shut the fuck up and read the prompt. I was thinking about this today though because we were going to record tonight, and I was thinking, I mean, obviously, you were a guest, season 1.
Mm-hmm.
And how far our friendship has come since then. Like, I considered
know.
you a friend when we recorded season 1, but I was still, I didn't, like, we were not this close. I think because we just didn't get to see each other and talk as frequently then.
I also feel like we text more, and
Yeah.
I think also during the pandemic we did a lot of like voice memoing.
We did do a lot of voice memoing.
Yeah.
Voice memoing expedites the friendship. You know what I mean? It's like talking on the phone, but it's more convenient. I love it. Yeah, it's great. It's great. And I think too, the podcast, like after recording, I think it just once again made me realize like, oh, I want to be close friends with her. So let's make like, cause I had known you for years, but anyway, whatever, you know our history. But anyway, I was just like, oh my God, from season 1 to now this episode, oh my God, we're like fucking family. Okay. Never have I ever, never have I ever pretended to be someone else.
Oh boy, taking a big old gulp.
Oh my God, wait, I'm going to take a drink because I feel like it. I feel like I have. I mean,
like acting doesn't count.
Oh, well, you know, all my acting credits. All right, well, I won't drink for my acting because in that I'm paid to pretend
I'd be
every
glug,
day.
glug, glug if it was for
Glug,
all my
glug.
acting.
Oh my God, if it's my acting resume, chug this drink. I feel like I have. Okay, tell me you were saying big gulp.
Yeah.
Big gulp.
When I was a teen, when I was like 18, 19, I would I went out a lot. Party animal.
Ooh.
Not anymore. I'm such a homebody. Just kidding. I still go out all the time. But when I was like 18, 19, I would go to the bar. Sometimes me and my friend would just like pretend that we were someone else, and I would really roll with it. And I had a whole like made up bar character, and her name was Harriet, and she had a southern accent.
Was it because of the
and I would be
spy?
like,
Harriet the spy?
No, it was because
Okay.
of, oh my God, this is a deep cut, and
Deep
you're
cut.
you're a real one if you get this reference. The Aaron Sorkin TV show Studio 60 on the Sunset Strip. It was only 1 season long, and it's my favorite show of all time.
Oh my God, I'm learning new things. Okay, great. Okay.
Anyway, Sarah Paulson was in that show. Her character was named Harriet Hayes, and so I would use the name Harriet for like everything. My iPhone is literally called Harriet Hayes. You know how you can give your phone a name?
What?
I know. I just love the name, and that was the first time I found out who Sarah Paulson was and had a big crush on her. So,
Oh, of course. And like
Yeah.
still to this day, probably.
Yeah.
Longest crush ever.
but that show was on in like, I don't know, like 2009, 2010-ish, which is like right around when I turned 18.
Wow, that was really good math. I was like, wait,
Yeah.
is it what? Wait, you were going to the bar. Could you go to the bar at 18?
Oh, because I'm from Winnipeg, and in Winnipeg, the drinking age is, in Manitoba, it's 18.
I always remember that in Montreal it's 18, and I always forget that in Manitoba it's 18.
Yeah, I can't remember
Oh my
where
God,
else.
fun.
But
Yeah.
yeah, it was pretty sick.
Oh my God. So like when you were Harriet Hayes, what were you able to be like as Harriet Hayes that you weren't able to be like as Susan Waycik?
Honestly, I feel like I was a bit more of a flirt and a floozy.
Okay. Cute.
It was the whole premise was that like I was like visiting from out of town.
Oh, love an out of town. Where
So,
were you from? Where were you from? Did you
oh
choose
God, I
in your
think I would just say
backstory?
like Texas or something. Like I had no idea.
But
I
you
don't
had
know
no
anything about.
accent. But you had
But
no
no, I
accent.
no, I would do a southern accent. I would be like, "Hi, I'm
Susan.
Harriet." Like, and it wasn't a good one. Like I'm not good at voices. Like it was
Yeah, but are
bad.
people gonna be like, bitch, you're not from you're gonna be like, what are you saying? Yeah,
It's
I
also like
am. What are
the
you
music's
talking? I can't even
playing.
say it.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's just loud. It's just
Like
loud.
the beats are going, and I'm just like, "Hi, I'm Harriet." No one
And
cares.
no, did you say no one cares?
Well,
Oh my God. Wow. Oh my God, Harriet Hayes. Well, you know now I want Harriet Hayes to come out like when we go out together. You know what? I don't know why I
well,
asked you
maybe
if it
she
was.
will.
Oh dear. Oh golly. I can't even. I need to pay. Maybe I feel like my first instinct is that if I was making a Harriet Hayes for myself, I'd be from New Jersey. Like I don't know
Oh, I love
why.
that.
Okay, great. I don't know what it says about me, but very much there's this one reality show where it's like these hairstylists who work at this like kind of rundown hair salon in New Jersey in like a strip mall, and I'm just very quickly like I'm one of them. Like I feel like
Oh
I'm
my
one of
God,
them.
what is it called?
Oh my God. Oh, fuck. I need to Google it and find it. Oh my God. I need to talk. I've watched every single season. It's so bad. It's also so dated. They have like the big, I don't know if it's so dated or it's just New Jersey. Like I'm confused. Do you know what I mean?
I don't
Like,
know if it's so dated or if it's just New Jersey.
like maybe, like I feel like New Jersey, oh, maybe I'm going to get canceled for this. I feel like New Jersey, like 2012 is like outside of not outside of New Jersey, but like is New York wait, I can't figure out this math. If it's 2050, okay, if it's 2023, no. Oh, yeah. Okay. I don't know. You know when you watch a reality show and you're like, this has to be 2001, and then you're like, oh no, it's
Yes.
just New Jersey and it's like 2020. Like that's what it felt
Wow,
like.
you're gonna get
Maybe.
so canceled for this.
I'm also a huge fan. I've actually watched it like more than once. Like during the pandemic, it was such a comfort watch. I'll find it. I wish I knew it. Also, I'm going to send it to you, and you know, I'm going to send you my Hey You login. I am such a cheerleader for Hey You. It's ridiculous. And I'm going to tell you. Also, Susan, the new Love Island US started, and I don't understand why you're not starting on the show.
I haven't watched any of them.
I know. It's okay. It's
Oh.
okay. Also, I'm like, I want to apologize to you that I asked you if it was is Harriet Hayes was from Harriet the Spy, because we had a conversation this year how you had never seen Harriet the Spy.
Okay, I never seen it, and it's the one. It's Emma Roberts. Yes.
No, it's the. Remember we were talking about Gossip Girl? And it's
Yes.
what is her name? I feel like she's also in Buffy, but I've never seen Buffy.
Oh my God, it's Michelle Trachtenberg. Yes, yeah.
Okay, is it? Does she have like
Yes.
large eyes? Okay.
Yes, no, I know who it is. I can
Okay.
picture the poster now.
She's
Yeah,
so
'cause
good in Harriet the Spy.
and I've hated her in like everything I've seen her in, but also her characters are supposed to be pretty unlikable anyway. So
Okay, well then there you go. Literally, it's like the reason that I ever bought like this notebook is Harriet the
that-
Spy. Like
I
that's
feel like
her
that's
notebook.
just a generic notebook.
No, you think it's generic, but it's because you don't know its roots, Susan. You're not aware of the cultural roots, the pop cultural roots of it. Is Harriet the Spy, and
My
the
apologies.
VHS was orange. My apologies. Listen, we're gonna watch Harriet the Spy. I'll send you a Google
right.
Calendar invite because you know I'm obsessed with Google Calendar. Okay, I have kept you like double. Like I feel
Wait.
like it's like, oh what? Tell me.
But you didn't tell me you took a drink too.
Oh my God, what was the prompt?
It was pretending to be someone you're not.
Oh yeah. I've been doing that all my life. I'm just pretending to be whatever people want me to be. No, just kidding. I'm in so much therapy. I'm not
Oh,
doing
God.
that anymore. Not doing that. I did that as a kid. Okay. I feel like for sure when I was younger, I feel like when my friends were talking to people that they liked, I would like message for them, but I feel like that doesn't really count. And then you know what? Whenever I found out that there were like people who work for the like FBI who go on and catch like pedophiles, I always wanted to be those people.
You wanted to be Chris Hansen.
Yeah, honestly, I think I just wanted to be an actor. Like, I really feel like I just wanted to be an actor. Wait,
I get it.
I wanted to be Chris Hansen. Wait, hold on. Listen, with a non-friend, I would let that reference go. With a friend, I'm going to be like, wait, I don't know what that is.
It's How to Catch a Predator. He was the guy who would like bust people.
Never seen it. And I
Oh my God.
should, because that...
Just look it up on TikTok. Lots of clips.
Okay, great. That's just what we do now. It's just a TikTok.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think if I've ever like fully pretended to be somebody else. I loved the movie the movie. The movie and the TV show, but the movie more Catfish with Nem. Is his name Nem?
Oh, I can't remember.
Neem, something like that. The movie was amazing. I don't think I ever pretended to be somebody. Oh my God. Yeah, I did a little bit. I'm gonna keep this a little bit vague because who knows who's listening. But I lived in an apartment for about 2.5 years, pretending I was the person who lived there, but really I was renting it from them. And so like I had to change like my Uber name was their name, was not mine, because when they came they would say to the building like I'm here for blank, and it couldn't be me. And like a bunch of my stuff that was going to be delivered like on Amazon, it was not my name. And when I moved out and the other person came, I had to like they had to give me a check with their name on it that I gave for the elevator, all this stuff. And then when I left and the person who actually owns it like started using it again, the building was so confused. They were like, "You're not this person." And they're like, "Yeah, I am." And they're like, no, I know what they look like. You're not this person. And it was a true adventure, but it was so wonderful.
Gaslighting the building.
Yeah, horrible. And it doesn't help. Like I was like, why did I forged relationships with like the concierge and security. And I shouldn't have done that.
That's who you are. But that's who you are.
Ugh. It's also like I was taking Bella out constantly. Like I'm leaving a lot. I'm walking out and into the building a lot. They're going to know me. So
that's so funny. And like, it makes me wonder, like, are you even Amanda?
No, I'm just keeping this driver's license, warm till they come back. You don't even know who it is.
This is so Gossip Girl.
Oh my God, XOXO, Gossip Girl. I love
That's
Gossip
Girl.
Girl.
I'll never tell.
XOXO, Gossip Girl. Or is it Gossip Girl? Or are we just pretending to be Gossip Girl? My voice is so low today. Ugh.
I like it.
Okay, my beautiful friend. This is also the wrap-up's easy. Okay, my beautiful friend. Love you. Bye.
That's it? That's all we get?
No. Oh, you know what? Actually, I did this for Dustin. I think it's cute. Never Have I Ever played Never Have I Ever on the Never Have I Ever podcast. Drink.
Oh my God, drink.
Is that cute or is it cheesy? Should I do that?
Well, we just did it.
Mm-hmm. And I'm going to keep doing it. Thank you so much for watching this episode of the Liquid Courage Podcast presents Never Have I Ever. If you liked what you saw and you're looking to support the show, here's a few ways you can help. You can leave the show a 5-star rating and review on Apple Podcasts, or you can follow the show on Instagram and TikTok at Liquid Courage Podcast, or, and best of all, you can tell a friend about the show. Tell a family member, tell a coworker, post about your favorite episode online. Spread the word. That really is the best way to help support the show and help it grow. Did I just rhyme? Okay, until the next episode, cheers!